Modern day masculine man, take one.
Ooh, what makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me, and I am not you. I can be real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo! Do we got audio now? Cocktails with Michelle. Somebody let me know if we got audio in the house. I don't know why they'd be doing that all the time. But it might be a wire shortage. I ordered a new wire. I don't know what it's doing. I can hear. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I think when a program, this Rode podcasting, when it first start up and it first link in with the computer, sometimes I think it just have a little trouble integrating. But however, man, we're going to get into a great subject tonight. We're going to be talking about purposeless sex and how purposeless sex can affect your mental health and really ruin your life. Now, I've always kind of thought, what's purposeless sex? What's purposeful sex? And I want to have Siobhan come in because I don't want to get too much into it because she is a person that she always say purposeless sex. And I'm like, well, what's the purpose for sex? But we're going to get into it. And, you know, as a man, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I realize that purposeless sex can ruin your mental health. I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started. Yeah. It puts me in a funny situation. Like I'm be honest. I hate lateness. I hate lateness to the core. But purposeless sex can ruin your life. Have you ever had sex with a person and when you finish, you laid there? And I want you to answer this question, say yes or no. Have you ever had sex with a person and when you finish there, and they call it, for me, and it's called post-nut clarity. You just lay there and you say to yourself, like, man, I could have laid home with some lotion and beat off. Like, why did I come over here? Or why did I let her come over? And you're in a situation where you really want to leave and you really want her to leave, but you don't know how to say it because you just had some purposeless sex. You just had some sex that it wasn't nothing but a release. And it may not even been a release. It may have been some added stress. I know I've had sex before and Soon as the sex over, you know, you got a woman, you thinking you having some, as Miss Carla, we talked about love affairs and care relationships. So you thinking you have some love affair sex, some sex that's going to be good and rejuvenate you, and you get this release, and you go over there, as soon as y'all finish having sex, an argument starts. And it may not necessarily be an argument, but it could be like a situation. Like I know in my past, I've had situations with women, you know, being a married woman. And like I said, when being a married man, when you have freedom to do what you want to do, it really constrains you. You don't be out here wilding like that. So being a married man, or even in the past, before I was married, I've had situations where I'm sleeping with a woman, and when I get over there, because she hadn't seen me in a while and we hadn't talked in a while, it's like she got to quiz me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that's supposed to be a release for me turns into a stressful situation. It's like I'm sitting down and, you know, I'm a chef. I cook very well. And, you know, she want me to cook for her. And I enjoy cooking. So I don't mind cooking for a woman. When I cook for a woman, it relaxes me. It relaxes her. We having a glass of wine. We hitting a little something. And I'm cooking. I'm joking. She getting to see me make this fucking Italian meal, this Chinese food, this Asian, this Caribbean food. So it's such a good time. And it's a situation where within that good time, I might have a situation where it's like, so I ain't seen you in a while. You got any new hoes? And it's like, why we gotta go here? And when I was in my younger years, I would be like, no, I ain't got no new hoes. Or you know how me and you do, like we don't talk about that, we don't get into that. And I would try to explain and comfort them, make them feel better. But really, this is just this woman doing something to make this feel like purposeful sex. This woman is trying to make herself feel like we got a special bond. That way, when we have sex and we done and I get up and leave, she don't feel a certain type of way. So it's like, oh God, we finna have sex. We finna have a good time. Why is you bringing up other women? Why is you bringing up what I do when I'm not here with you? You are making this purposeless sex. You are making this shit strainful to my mental health. And y'all know how it feels, ladies. Y'all might have been dealing with a guy and you and that guy got your own agreement, and y'all sleep around when you need some money, or y'all sleep around here and there, you know, when you ovulate. Y'all might have an understanding. And then as soon as he bring up what you doing with somebody else, that shit drains you. You be like, oh God. And I have a thing with women, you know, because I don't like to go through those situations. The older I got, the more I would be quicker to speak up. When I come over, I'm putting the food down on the counter. We finna have a good time. I'm busting the wine open. And if she say something like, so I ain't seen you in a while, you got any new women? I say, yes, I got 5 new women. I've been fucking them raw. Do you want to get AIDS? I'm joking. That's a joke. But that's my way. I would say something. But what I really would say was, she said, oh, well, I ain't seen you in a while. You must have been talking to your other women. I said, hey, don't fuck your time up. Huh? Don't fuck your time up, because you only get a certain amount of time with me. And you bringing up other women and what I do when I'm not with you, that's just going to make me leave. That's just going to make me leave. People, we got 48 people in the house right now. Can we get some likes? Can we get some yays? Can we get something? Can I get something to know y'all listening to me? It's like the crowd saying amen. As a teacher, as a preacher, you know, back in the day in the church house, the preacher preaching, the crowd is saying yes. All right. They saying something to let the preacher know he's doing a good job. I need to know I'm at least listening. So can I get a like, a smiley face, a yay, anything? Let me stop this alarm real quick. So like I said, that situation where you're having sex with somebody and it's purposeless, it can drain you. It can make you mad. It can actually make you feel useless. It makes you feel useless and purposeless at the end. I've been in situations where I realized, you know what I'm saying? It's no way to really tell, but if you really think you want to sleep with a woman and y'all got something planned that evening and y'all can have a good day planned, beat your meat, man. Beat your meat. I guarantee you, if you beat your meat, you will not go over there. Men, sometimes the purpose for us having sex is just to release. And sometimes we don't need a woman for that. You don't really need a woman for it anytime. A woman don't need a man to do that. The purpose for sex is creating. And that's how I want to start off tonight. The purpose for sex is creative energy. That's what sex actually is. It's literally creative energy. It is literally two people coming together as one in energy and creating a life form. So it's creative energy. So my thing is, I'm thinking about Siobhan and how she gonna spend this, and just to understand, knowing her, the purpose for sex being creative energy is almost like, why would I be sleeping with someone I'm not creating with? Like, why would I literally be sleeping with someone that I'm not creating with? Why would I be sleeping with someone that I don't have a purpose with? What is this for? What is us laying here exchanging this energy for? This kissing, this hugging, this moaning, all this. When this stops, where does this go? What does this turn to? And if it's not turning into creative energy somehow, it's going to turn into animosity. It's going to turn into hatred. It's going to turn into antagonism. It's going to all that energy that just was, oh my God, I can't wait to see you. The kissing, the hugging, the rubbing, the touching, all this energy, all this stuff right here, all this built up energy turns into fuck. It's like, they say the higher you climb, the higher you fall. The higher your climax with a female, the higher it falls down. That's what a lot of people don't realize. The higher your climax, the higher you ascend with a person, the higher you fall. The gooder that pussy is, the gooder that sex is, the angrier you are when you can't see them. The gooder that pussy is, the gooder the sex is, the miserable you feel when you can't see them. The level of jealousy that you feel when you can't see them. I don't think I've ever been pussy whipped but one time. And the reason I knew I was pussy whipped is because I drove over this woman's house. You know how you have friends and you was sleeping with a girl and your friend was like, what's up with her? You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a situation where when that person says like, what's up with her? As a dude, sometimes you don't even know you like the chick yet. So my man was like, what's up with old girl, man? I saw old girl coming, you know what I'm saying, out the dorm and whatnot. She done came over here from the apartment to the dorm. I was like, yeah, man, shit. She must have really wanted to see me. I ain't. So I didn't want to say, man, that pussy's so good. Don't talk to her. Young, dumb, and full of cum. Man, what's up with her? Oh, man, we cool. Man, shit, can I holler at her? I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm going to holler at her. You can holler at her. And when he walked out the room after saying that, it was like my heart dropped. That just high level of orgasm I just had with her, when he said, could he holler at her? I swear to God, my heart dropped. And a couple of days later, he was like, yo, I hollered at an old girl, man. I might be going over there tonight. Now, this is when I was in college, my freshman year. I had lost my license to drunk driving, and I done asked my man to use his car. I done rode over to her apartment, sat down the street watching. I don't know what I was going to do. This is my man. He done asked me, could he holler at her? I'm like, yeah, holler at her. But I don't know what I was going to do. I was mad than a motherfucker that I done told him yes, that I didn't want man enough to speak up and say, nah, man, I wouldn't share this woman. This is my chick. So I'm sitting out in the car, mad than a motherfucker, creating scenarios of what I'm going to do in my head if I see him pull up, how I'm a cock block without looking like I'm cock blocking. I done made up all type of shit. I'm going to hop out the car. Man, I just stop, man. Stop to let you know, man, the bitch gave me AIDS, man. Man, the bitch gave me a disease, man. Man, the bitch stink. I'm trying to figure out something that I'm going to say that's cock blocking, that don't look like I'm cock blocking, because I have this lust affair with this woman and this sex is so good. Now, you can imagine and think back to the woman or man that had you pussy whipped or dick whipped and what type of mental anguish it caused on you. I need to get an answer from the ladies, because this is a funny thing. Women have told me this in the past, right? And I see Miss Carla on there. Miss Carla, I definitely want you to speak up. Women have told me in the past, and I thought they was trying to boost my ego. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were trying to boost my ego. Women would say stuff like, well, I can't let you get on top of me, missionary, look in my eyes or kiss me, because it's going to make me like you too much. It's going to make me fall in love. And then you're talking to a woman, and one of their first expressions is, well, what if I get addicted? Or what if you get addicted? If they ask me, they say something like, my pussy good, you might get addicted. I'd be like, I hope I get addicted. That's how I always feel. I hope this pussy is so good I get addicted and I can't live without it. But guess what? I ain't making no bad decisions behind no pussy. I ain't fighting no another man over no pussy. I ain't spending a lot of money on no pussy. I'm not going to be outside of my house for no pussy. So I hope this pussy good. I hope I be at the house crying, oh, man, I want some more of that good pussy. But I swear to God, I can't go against my principles and rules and morals high no pussy. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. Women will violate their principles, morals, and rules just behind some pussy. See, when it comes to men and our principles, morals, and rules, the only rules we really kind of have is like, I ain't going to spend a lot of money and I ain't going to spend a lot of time. Anything else is fair game. When women violate their principles and rules, how you doing, Maya? She said, this is my first time. Thank you, sister, for tuning in. When women violate their principles and rules for some dick, it's normally some major shit that goes against who they really are. You see what I'm saying? So it's a situation where when you really, really, really want somebody sexually and you can't have them, that brings a level of pain, a level of misery. So like I was saying, I've had women say to me, and I always thought they was bullshitting, well, what if I fall in love? What if I get addicted? And to me, I always thought that what if I get addicted was like a woman saying, well, if you fuck me too good and I act a little crazy and be worrying you, at least I warned you up front. That's what I always thought. That's just what I always thought as a man. When a woman said, what if I get addicted to you? I thought that was her saying, if you fuck me too good and I call you often for sex, at least I warned you up front. Or that was her way of saying, I'll get needy and I may want. But I realize now that women can get addicted. And when the sex is so purposeless, and it ain't nothing but just good fucking, it's hard to let it go, because what has happened is you have gotten to the point where that great feeling is your purpose. And I know for a fact, you guys know this, and I know this too. The woman that had that good pussy and had that good sex on me, I couldn't stand her ass. I used to leave her house all the time. It's almost like she used to start an argument or do things to make me mad because she know that pussy was good, just to see would I come back, or her head was so good. She'll say something. Well, you messing with any other new women? And I try my little shit like, don't mess your good time up. Boy, you can get the hell on out of here. Then I'd be like, no, I was just faking. I'm going to stay. And it seemed like she would do shit to piss me off just to see could she get me to come back. And I have left there so many nights, mad, you good pussy bitch. That's all I could think to call her. She would make me so mad. Only thing I could, you good pussy evil bitch, you good pussy villain. He was my first over 6 feet and I was whipped. I found him without a GPS. I was freaking found him with my human. Exactly. And it's like you can remember that person. As I'm sitting here talking about this woman right now, I'm kind of medium hard. I'm just playing. Y'all know I got a little comedian in me. But she used to be so mad at me. And I realize now that she was so mad at me because she was dick whipped by a young boy that she thought she was supposed to pussy whip. But she had pussy whipped me. And our relationship was so toxic. So toxic, and she had a little boy that I used to babysit sometime, and I swear to God, I could see. I never thought about it before that happened. I used to be wanting to thump him. I used to be wanting to do shit to that little boy. Not bad shit, just trip him up like Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy. Fuck your little fort, nigga. Kick his fort over. Hide a piece to his racetrack so he can't find it. You know, I used to be mad at him because of how she used to treat me. So it's funny because that purposeless sex does that. And then I started realizing what purposeful sex was. When I started to get to the point where I said, as a man, now the older you get as a man, I would assume you get more scruples. When I say scruples, I mean the older you get as a man, it should take some more to get you hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm losing testosterone or anything like that. I'm saying as a man, you ought not just be able to get hard like Popeye. The older I get as a man, it takes more of a conversation. I got to know you more. Like when I used to go to the strip club as a young man, I be hard walking in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't been to a strip club in a while, but now I don't even see women in sex and stuff the same. I went to the strip club last time I was in Atlanta, and we had a section. And by the time, you know, I'm the type of guy. Hold on. Hey, Chris. It's Siobhan at the door. Hold on, let me answer my phone. Hold on, y'all. Huh? But she might be because she's calling my phone. So she's coming in, y'all. So my point was, the last time I went to a strip club, your nature changes, your libido changes as you get older. The last time I went to a strip club, let me let her slide by. I'm on the strip club subject right now. Can you come this way because I don't want you to knock nothing down. Or can you make it that way without knocking nothing down or fucking up them wires?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So
Did you need this?
say what?
Did you need this one? Oh, excuse me.
No. Can you get by?
Yes.
So my point was, the older you get, the more it should take, the more scruples it should take. So last time I was at a strip club, we went in there, we got some wings, a couple of my homeboys. You got something that's going to look funny on the screen, but you can keep it on. I'm just showing you because it's green. It's a green screen, but you can keep it on.
Oh.
A couple of my homeboys, we got together and they like, let's get a table. And I'm like, okay, let's get a table. So we go in there, we get a table. Somebody said, I hate the fact that I've matured to that level. So we go in there, we get a table and we sit in there and the girls coming out and we drinking. And, you know, in Atlanta, you can smoke in the strip club and the girls doing all their dancing and stuff. And in a situation when I was younger, I would be hard dreaming about the women, trying to work deals. What time you leave the club? How much it costs? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there and I'm like, these bitches, you know, the girl then came and gave me a little dance. And when she got up, I had on grown man slacks. some glitter on my pants. I'm like, damn, this bitch done danced on me and got glitter. I could smell her oil on me. It was just like, the older I get, I was like, I don't want no strange woman's pussy. I don't want no strange woman rubbing on me. I don't want no strange woman kissing on me. I don't want they scent on me. The older I get and the more you've been married, it's like I'm not excited just by some woman that I can fuck on some quick shit. So I've been setting them up for the subject. I've been talking about purposeless sex. And I was basically saying, without getting too much into your spiel, that purposeless sex can fuck with your mental health. That's what it does. And I was basically saying, as a man, what we would consider as a release, a stress relief, when you do it in a purposeless situation, it ends up turning to an argument, or the woman is asking you some shit like, well, when you gonna come back? Or I ain't seen you in a while before you start. And it always turns into somewhere, because it's almost like a woman can't just say she fucking to be fucking. And that's a couple of questions I want to ask you. But now that you're here, I want to get started on a couple of sisters asking me, hit me up about this subject. That's why I want to talk about it. When they hear purposeless sex, these women hear almost like, do I got to be abstinent? Do I got to be celibate? So it's like, how do you have purposeful sex? Because, I was saying earlier, sex is really for a purpose of creating. It's creative energy, and you literally can create a child. So I was saying, to me, purposeful sex is, I wouldn't give nobody my body that I wouldn't create in with his life, whether it was art, creating a business, creating something. It's like, why are we fucking? Why are we laying down, exchanging all these juices and all this rubbing and hugging and energy? And then after it's all said and done, it's like, I want to leave, you want to leave, or you get mad at each other. So I want you to start off by explaining, if you say you're only going to have purposeful sex, does that mean you're abstinent, or are you celibate? Because that's what you say about yourself, right?
Well, I will go deeper in what I say about myself. So, peace and purpose, royal, brilliant, resilient, loving, united, and excellent queens and kings. I am Goddess Siobhan Marie Nehemiah. And basically, in regards to what I do, I'm a sacred woman. I'm a high priestess in Kemetic philosophy and Nubian philosophy, or Egyptian culture. And basically what I do, I teach womb therapy. So basically women that know their gift. And some of us are very gifted, and we were just granted some wonderful greatness. And I'm not trying to go and be secular, but I'm just saying.
Well, we talking to secular people. So we need you to be secular.
Well, I'm normally not secular.
Yeah, we need you to be talking to regular motherfuckers. I know they all kings and queens, but we talking to regular motherfuckers that's here. So I'm trying to get you to give them your information, because, like I said, a couple of sisters, they want to know, when you talk about sacred womb.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is, a lot of people don't understand that a lot of women don't see their womb as sacred. So we trying to get them to see how they can see their womb as sacred, and kind of understand, like, this is a hard concept for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to make it plain. I don't want you to make it so spiritual. I want you to make it like, what do they do when they horny? You like talk to them.
Okay. So the first question was, am I celibate? Am I abstinent? What am I doing?
Yeah.
So basically, because I'm a purposeful being, I don't operate out of just frivolous things, or connections that are like purposeless.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I'm a very intentional person. I already know my worth, my value. I've been married already. I have a daughter by the father of my child. I only have one child, and it's with him. So with that being said, I did everything in the right steps, but I did divorce 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though you have like-mindedness or like-minded gifts or talents, you may not have like-heartedness.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the thing in regards to people's level or intensity of love. Some people have a very, very high or intense or passionate level. And some people, maybe not so much. And some people maybe in between. So if you get with somebody that's complementary, to you, then that's purposeful for what you need most. So we just go back to love being purposeful, like a union or a marriage. A sacred union has to be a family business. You have to be able to progress economically through your business or through your family's legacy. And if you're not doing that first and foremost, why are you doing it? So for you to share your body with your husband or your wife and be around your children and the sacredness of the energy of the union that you've created, and then to go outside of that and to be with other people that may not be sacred, or to choose a few people that may be sacred and a few people that may not. At the end of the day, a sacred exchange is a purposeful exchange. A secular exchange just out of lust, not out of love, not out of purpose, not out of, hey, this person has this and I don't. I have this and this person doesn't. So we have an equal exchange, where if I exchange with this person, this is actually a healing process. But you also have to be aware that you also exchange their weaknesses.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
You just said secular and spiritual exchange. So do you think somebody can have purposeful sex with somebody they're not married to, or do you have to be married to have purposeful sex?
I wouldn't say you have to be married, but I would say that your sacred union is first and foremost, and in regards to the energy that you have with that, that is the basis of your life and your love. And so when you are exchanging, I guess, with someone else outside of what that is, or outside of a relationship.
Exchanging means fucking, right?
Yes, I'm not going to say that.
No, you don't have to say that. I just want to make sure, everybody, I know my audience. I want to make sure everybody getting this, because you keep saying exchanging, have sex. I just want to make sure exchanging. You know what I'm saying? People really get. So the questions that I have for you, I'm gonna ask the questions that the ladies ask me, and I know the things that the women are asking. So when we talk about finding purpose, people immediately think like some big shit, like saving the world or freeing the fucking whales and shit. Like, what type? I don't want to get too deep into your personal life, but when you say, because you never said whether you was exchanging with anybody or not, you didn't say whether you was you just went into you was married before, and I understand that, and it's probably easier. That's something I want to talk to you about too.
I mean, I can go back to that.
Okay, so break down. Are you getting exchanged on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Because we want the women to know how you move. How is this possible? Because it's your topic, purposeless sex, and you said it affect mental health. So I want the women to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you, but I have my own take on it. But I want them to get it from a woman, because I don't have a pussy to be exchanged in. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
so let me explain chronologically, and it's not going to take long because I'm working on condensing my interpretation and expression of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, so yes, I divorced 7 years ago. After I divorced, like 2 years later, I dated someone. I dated the person I lost my virginity to when I was in high school. So I dated someone that I was familiar with. I didn't look around like, oh, gotta find somebody, gotta figure this out, learn a new person, get another head count. No, we ain't trying to do that. So basically, I went out with my ex. So I was with my ex for
what's your husband was like, you was fucking that nigga the whole time because you went back to your ex. I had to ask that.
I don't give a fuck about what he thinks. I don't care. Whatever he thinks, he knows I could care less. When I divorce, period. We're done forever. So basically, so I got with my ex, and then unfortunately my ex got the vaccine after I did all this research, after I'm in 28 rallies, marches for teachers, virtual access, all 2020, 2021, all kinds of shit, right? Okay, I'm done. I'm going to condense. So then I broke up with him, and after 10 months.
So you broke up with him because he got the vaccine?
Yes, because I can't exchange with you. You got that bullshit.
Okay.
I don't want that bullshit.
Okay.
No offense to anybody, but I'm just saying I'm a sacred woman and I know too much.
Okay,
I know
go
exactly
ahead.
what's in there. So basically, then that happened, and we broke up on good terms. He's married now. I'm proud of him. He found a relationship on a dating app. So that works, I guess. I'm not trying it, but hey, it works for him. So basically, then after him, 4 years later, meaning last year, July of last year, I got a boyfriend, and I broke up with him after 10 days.
So this is the thing. Now, I don't want to interrupt you in your condensed version, but when you say this, people hearing this, So you have to understand, this is the whole issue that women are trying to understand.
I'm trying to explain it.
Like, no, listen, but you just glossed over that you went 4 years without sex.
Yeah, so let me tell you what I did.
That's what women need to understand, because that's unimaginable for a lot of women.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
No. I went 2 years without sex. I was celibate for 2 years. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I can't believe. Listen, if y'all know that I've taught your students, do not show this shit. I know that I'm on a different vibe when I'm on Javon's page, but don't show this to my students, please. Okay, thank you. Please don't do it. Okay. All right. So basically, what I did, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I cannot believe this. Oh, I can do this. So what I did, my friends were like always calling me a goody two shoes throughout college, throughout high school, middle school. Like, Siobhan's the preacher. She's the holy one. You got to be good around her. Everybody's good around her. But when we leave, we fuck up and we got to be good. So Siobhan, don't get mad at us. So this has been like my demeanor, I guess. And I don't even think that my personality is that way, but that's just how people are around me. Like everyone. Even
it's kids. The African queen king shit. I'm just letting you know.
What did I tell you last week, Javon?
No, I'm just telling you. You said you don't know why people. It's like when a preacher come around, people put their cigarette out or stiffen up. When somebody come around talking that queen king stuff, it makes people feel like you're on a higher level of consciousness, and it tends to make people tense up or not be themselves around you. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
you
know
me, because we friends. You know what I'm saying? But
sure.
you know.
And it also flatters them.
Yeah, it does. Like, it does.
With most people, it actually does flatter them. And they're like, wow, thank you. You're a queen too.
Yeah.
You know, that's normally the response that I get.
But I will say this from a perspective of a person that doesn't subscribe to that. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of it got caught up in certain groups of people saying stuff. But what I do think it does, when people hear you talk like that, it make them feel like you're above them, and they think that they can't come to that level. Because a lot of people, we walk around bitch, shit, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. So we're not used to king, queen, peace and prosperity and peas and peanuts. Fucker, you know, I had to fuck with you. Again. But a lot of people are not used to that. So when women hear you, see you with the rag on and speaking like that, a lot of women say, oh, okay, I can't be like her. I gotta be this Erykah Badu, and we know she fucking.
You can be whoever you want to be.
No, I'm just talking about as far as, like you said in your story, you went 2 years, 3 years without having sex. So let's get back to that.
So I did that for myself, and then so that was a crazy, crazy time. Because the men were like, Siobhan, like, you're depriving yourself. Like, I want to give you this. I want to do this. Like, you have your school. Like, how the hell are you doing this? Like, you don't have a man. You're not, like, you're beautiful. You can get any man. You're nice. You're kind. And I'm like, it's not that simple. Because y'all just trying to have my stuff. And you can't have it. Okay? You can't have it. So basically, men were getting mad. People were stalking me. They were doing crazy, wild shit. So I got to a point where I was like, all right, I can't date. So I was like, not only can I not have sex, but now I can't even date and like get some companionship, get some balance in regards to masculine energy, because men are fucking crazy. Well, males are crazy. Men know exactly what to do, but males don't. So basically, my friends were like, Siobhan, gosh, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Yeah, because we've been waiting on it a long goddamn time. What did you do? What did you do? This is when...
Okay, So my friends were like, Siobhan, when you go on your trips for your birthday by yourself, like, you don't be like with no niggas. And I was like, nah. They were like, when you go to Las Vegas, when you go to New Orleans, like all the places you go, you just be traveling and looking up plantations and shit and just singing your kumbaya stuff. Like Javon's ass, his wild ass always picking on me. So my friends do it too. But like, yeah. And I was like, no, I'm healing. Like, I'm getting over all of the stuff that I go through. I'm a homeschool mom that can't stop, like 24 hours a day. So I was like, for my birthday, I heal, I realign myself. I unblock my chakras. I make sure that I manifest newness and what I want most in regards to my heart's desires. So y'all, my friends were like, Siobhan, you don't like try toys? I was like, no. And they were like, why? And I was like, can't believe I'm about to say this.
Did you do all this shit to say you got a toy?
I'm not even finished yet. You're not even gonna believe this. This is the worst part. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all, don't show my daughter this. If anybody's around her, please don't. So
I'm gonna have to replace your ass if you can't do no better than this. It's
okay.
People waiting.
Okay,
if you that fucking shy,
no,
you're talking about a real subject.
I
so,
am,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
I'm trying to get here to. This is why it's like
you got
sacredness.
a toy. Goddamn,
okay, no,
you got a toy. Now,
I got
forward.
a toy, but
yeah.
I'm a woman that had not even fingered myself by like the age of 32.
Yeah.
So I finally figured out that, and I was able to open up enough to be able to take the toy, right? So I figured out the toy. I used it like maybe 6 times in maybe about 4 years. So like I'm the type of person, because I achieve euphoria in different ways, like purposeful, like I am Nia, which means purpose in Swahili, and Mayat means balance. So I'm pretty balanced in like moderation and how far to go and how far to stop. And I went through something in my lifetime where I was raped. And as soon as I divorced, it's like almost a year after that, people were watching me, stalking me, seeing when I had shows, music series, all of this, and I was raped. So for me, my sacredness comes from a different space. It's not just like, yeah, you know, I'm great. I have a beautiful body. Men will do whatever to just be with me. But at the same time, I am sacred. And I know what my portal made, which is my beautiful daughter. And she was made out of love. So I can't just give my womb out like it's nothing. And like, I'm also a woman that's just not horny. Like, I would rather be in love. If I don't love someone, if they don't love me, why would I waste my shit? I'm just being honest.
So let me ask you something. Because people say, you know, we have a lot of women that have been raped or sexually assaulted.
Yes.
That bounce back from that, does that make it easier to see yourself as sacred? What about because what I'm trying to understand is,
it makes it easier for you not to have sex, not to waste yourself, because you know you were in a situation where you were mishandled, where somebody attacked you just to have your womb. So it puts you in a space where it's like, unless I really love you, you can't even get close.
So it make you look at your pussy differently. Like, this ain't something like, damn, somebody wanted this pussy so bad they attacked me. Like, I know I ain't just finna give any random nigga the pussy now.
Exactly.
I can see that. I can see that. But see, the reason I'm asking you this is because a lot of women that haven't gone through that, or like when you were saying last time you was here, all that rites of passage stuff you went through.
Yeah.
So you have a different.
And that as well.
Yeah.
Majorly.
So you have a different perspective and a different sexual journey.
Yeah.
According to you, you wasn't promiscuous like that. I don't believe no woman when she say that. I mean, everybody got. I just don't believe the shit. However, she has her own thing. Now, when I say promiscuous, I think women have sex just as much as men. What I'm saying is, what you just said, it's not good advice. Okay, something is happening. So I know.
Really look at them as being. I think it's just loading. Okay, it's good now. It's showing up now. Really means ultimately, and it's a physiological process that may consist of that, like what that might consist and me as a sacred woman, that would really just break my heart. And
Now, phone, and if
focusing on the root word, and that is purpose. Sacred, and those are our signature things that really define the highest version. Or so basically, knowing your purpose, knowing why you. Okay, you said purpose. Man that has extreme purpose, that knows why he was created. To be in a relationship, even if you're not in a space where you are capable of being in a my exchanges, like even
people that's watching it, you know what I'm saying? Swimming and some shit.
no, this is how you do. You do naturally. Do you cook well? Do you clean well?
Women to ask you some questions because I had some women So that's what I mean. Everybody not on your level of thinking. I'm gonna order a cord because I definitely want her to get into the situation. Women ask, you know what I'm saying? But
because we're being too purposeful.
I love y'all. Peace and purpose. Y'all already know what time it is.